Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. Gonna get into an emotion here that we might be struggling with. See if we can navigate our way through it. So, we got detached. We can look at this for self, through relationships, through work, through society, earth, the world in general. What's coming to mind right then and there is if we're really on a spiritual trip and we're spending more time in that space than really here. Uh, that space is infinite, and we've probably spent an enormous amount of time there. We're here now, and we're supposed to cultivate an experience here. Pulling back to that same thing, it could be our vessel, our body. If we're pulled out too far, maybe life's gotten uh, stagnant and we're pretty down in a space, so we pulled away. Same thing on a relationship aspect. Hey, this isn't working for me, but I don't have the guts to leave, so I'm just going through the motions and dealing with it. Same thing with family. We can't pull the plug on that, but we still interact to the minimalist level. We have the opposite is accountability. This is taking ownership of our situation, our life, our experience here. Uh, Going back to that spiritual aspect, if we have pulled too far out of this space, uh, sure, life might be hard, and I'm not taking that away, but we've came here to cultivate this experience for whatever it is, or to heal something. We can look at maybe we understood or learned something in the other space and we're supposed to implement it in this space. We're supposed to do something with it. We can just go back to the basics on a relationship. Hey, I could change this if I left, but it's too much work. That's going to be too painful, or financially it'll be a strain, or I'll have to start all over again, whatever it may be. The family unit. Well, they're my family, so I'm in debt to them, even though it's extremely toxic. Wherever this lies, we can change this. We can do it when we take accountability that says, okay, I'm going to live my life here. I'm going to do something with it, versus just letting it pass and waste away. My throat's been really froggy through this message, so clearly we have something to say, and action comes with that. Full reversed stagnation. We briefly talked about that before. Not taking any action. We are staying there. We've pulled away because the situation is not up to par. It's not fulfilling. There's no reason to be here anymore. So let's take some action, however this may fit into your experience. The star, inspiration, something, a new reason to live. When we get into those spaces of, you know, pulling away, even depressed, whatever may be attached to it, we get very complacent. We are in that stagnation. We might be waiting for something to kick us out of it, to get us going, to get us moving. This is something like a little light bulb, a little epiphany, like, hey, I can do this. I can change. Maybe I can just go after what it is that I really want and I'm too afraid to. I can do this alone. I can get through here and start again. Uh, the song Steppenwolf. Something like, it's never too late to start all over again. It's really not. Otherwise, what's the point of staying here in this, I almost wanted to say filth, stagnation. It is non-movement. Ten of Wands, overcommitment, letting this go, whatever it is, whether a poor relationship dynamic, work environment, family, mindset in general, that I can't do this, or I'm stuck here, or I'm in debt to whatever X, Y, or Z. Releasing this, being done with it, and going back to that new reason to live. That's an exciting moment, especially coming out of something like this. You're going to have a lot of passion and excitement to go towards something you thought was what's the word? Unable to get there. We got the Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency, and the Six of Wands came out sideways, victorious and setbacks. So this doesn't just have to be with pentacles, doesn't have to be with just money, I should say, or matter. This is through self. When we look at this, we're not really generating we're not generating anything within. We've pulled away, we've detached from anything. Almost kind of gives a feeling of like the soul checking out for a bit. It has said, yeah, this isn't the experience I signed up for, so I'm going to go hang out somewhere else for a bit until things spice up a bit. We can pull that back. We can get back in our vessel and generate whatever we want when we take action of some sort. Looking at the Six of Wands, victorious and setbacks, being sideways, there's no movement. We can go backwards or we can go forwards. It is up to us. And this is underneath the star, a new reason to live. We can make that decision, and I'm sure there's fear around it of some sort. No matter what the situation is, there's always a fear. There's always a fear in everything. But you can do it. Got the Knight of Wands, sideways again. Adventurous and fleeting interests. This is underneath the Ten of Wands. Do we want to let go of this? Or do we want to hang on to it? These are all the questions, and they're all up to you to answer. You can answer them, but that doesn't mean you're going to do something about it. So that is up to you, and you eventually will. But that timeline is up to you when you finally get a new reason to live again. I'm going to leave this here. Hang in there. There's no rush, but wouldn't it be fun to be here already? A new reason to live. I'll leave this here. If this resonates, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.